Okay, picture this. Two people. They start out in the exact same place. Same city, same job, same starting salary. And they both have that same fuzzy goal, I'll get serious about money later. But fast forward to age 45, and their lives couldn't be more different. And the reason why? Well, it's probably not what you think.
So you've got person A. Their net worth, that's everything they own minus what they owe, is a pretty solid $340,000. Their car's paid off, they've got investments actually making them money while they sleep. Life's pretty good. Then you have person B. Ugh, 2 car payments, that credit card balance that just won't die, and only 11 grand in savings. And get this, they're probably earning more than they ever thought they would. The crazy part is, person B didn't have some huge disaster. They just did what felt, well, normal. So what gives? What was the actual difference here?
So, what was it? Was it a lucky stock pick? A rich uncle? Nope. The difference was a bunch of small, consistent, and honestly kind of boring habits. We're talking about those tiny, quiet decisions you make every day that you barely even notice. It turns out the real prize, the real win, is found at the end of boring. See, this is the thing. The gap between knowing what you should do with your money and what you actually do, it's not about being smarter or reading more books. Financial education, the courses, the articles, even this explainer right here, that stuff only explains like 0.1% of our behavior. It's almost nothing. The real fight, the other 99.9%, is happening right up here, in your head. It's a battle against our own psychology. So let's dive into the first big mistake.
All right, mistake number 1, the invisible leaks. This is that classic death by 1,000 cuts problem. It's where your money just evaporates. It vanishes from your bank account and you have no idea where it went.
You know that feeling when you sign up for a free trial and then totally forget to cancel it? Yeah, we've all been there. But here's the kicker. That's not an accident. It's by design. Companies use this thing called friction design. They make it super, super easy to click subscribe, but when you want to cancel, suddenly you're clicking through a maze of hidden menus. So just remember, you're not being forgetful, you're being targeted. And the results of this are honestly pretty staggering. If you ask the average person, they'll guess they spend maybe $95 a month on subscriptions. Sounds about right, right? Wrong. The actual number is closer to $245 a month. Think about that. That's almost $1,800 a year flying out the window on things people don't even know they're paying for. It's crazy.
Okay, so how do we plug these leaks? It's actually pretty straightforward. First, every 3 months, go through your bank statements and audit every single subscription. If you haven't used it, kill it. I don't mean pause it, I mean cancel it. Be ruthless. Next up, delete the shopping apps from your phone. They are literally designed to be these frictionless pipelines from your brain to your wallet. And for any unplanned purchase, use the 24-hour rule. That feeling of, I need this right now, that's just a little dopamine hit. Trust me, it'll fade.
Okay, so if the first mistake is death by 1,000 cuts, this next one is more like a single, giant, self-inflicted wound. We're talking about financing a facade. It's creating the appearance of wealth while you're actually destroying your real net worth.
And here's the trick, the one that gets so many people. When you're buying a car or a couch or whatever, they don't want you thinking about the total price tag. No, they want you thinking about that low, affordable monthly payment. It's a psychological trick that makes crazy expensive things feel totally affordable. But it's an illusion, and it's what keeps millions of people trapped in a cycle of debt.
Let's just look at the brutal math for a second. Take a new truck, for example. Okay, so the sticker price is $58,000. But with a 7-year loan, you're actually going to pay over $66,000 for it. And after all that, after 7 years of payments, what's that truck worth? Maybe 18 grand? You've essentially lit tens of thousands of dollars on fire. It's a machine designed to destroy your money, and we've somehow normalized it. And if you think, well, I just need to make more money, listen to this. There was this huge study of 10,000 millionaires, and get this. 1/3 of them never, not once, earned a 6-figure salary in a single year. How'd they do it? They just consistently spent less than they made. That's it. Your income just gives you the opportunity to build wealth. Your behavior is what actually does the building. And don't think for a second this is just a problem for people with average incomes. Oh no, this trap skills right up with your paycheck. It is absolutely wild, but nearly half of all households earning between $250,000 and $500,000 a year are still living paycheck to paycheck. That just proves it, right? There is no amount of money you can earn that will protect you from the temptation to look wealthy instead of actually being wealthy. All right, our third and final big mistake.
This one is all about ignoring the brutal and let's be honest, kind of boring math of money. This isn't about the flashy car. This is about the quiet errors, the missed opportunities that compound over time and absolutely sabotage your future.
Okay, let's start with what might be the single most important concept in all of personal finance. If your job offers a 401k match, that is literally free money. I'll say it again, free money. It is the only place on planet Earth where an ordinary person can get a guaranteed, instant 50 or 100% return on their investment. Not contributing enough to get every single penny of that match is like telling your boss, nah, you can keep part of my salary this year. It makes zero sense. But building a solid financial house isn't random. There's a very specific order you should do things in. Step 1, and you never, ever skip this step. Contribute enough to get your full 401k match, always. Step 2, attack any high-interest debt. We're talking credit cards, personal loans, anything over like 8%. Get rid of it. Then you build up a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. And only after you've checked those 3 boxes do you even think about maxing out your other retirement accounts. So why is that order so important? 2 words, compound interest. It's like magic, but it's real. Look at this. If you invest just $250 a month, it starts out kind of slow, but over time, man, does it accelerate. After 30 years, that tiny habit turns into more than $375,000. That is the beautiful, brutal math working for you instead of against you. So that brings us right back to where we started, back to our 2 people. You have one person who spent their energy financing a life that looked good from the outside, and you have the other who just quietly built a real foundation, one boring, invisible habit at a time. So what's really at stake here? What's the potential prize? If you just manage to avoid these common mistakes, the leaky subscriptions, the endless car payments, the emotional spending, it is not a stretch to say you could free up an extra $30,000 a year. And if you just invest that money simply, in 20 years, that's over $1 million. And listen, that's not just a number on a screen. That is freedom. That is the power to choose how you spend every single Monday for the rest of your life. And if you think that sounds impossible, let me tell you about a guy named Ronald Reed. This guy pumped gas for a living, he was a janitor, he drove a beat-up old car, and literally wore a coat held together with safety pins. But what nobody saw was that he was quietly investing whatever small amounts he could for decades. When he died at 92, this unassuming man left an $8 million estate. He just never ever cared about looking rich. And that really brings us to the final, most important question. At the end of the day, there is no trophy for looking wealthy. Nobody's going to hand you an award for having the nicest car on the block. There's only the gap between what you earn and what you keep. So the only thing that really matters is what you are actually building with that gap. So, what are you choosing to build?